Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. I do truly appreciate it, and I'm doing this video because I got a recommendation from the book Facebook book group community. Facebook, there's a thing called Facebook, you know that? And there are groups of people who talk about books on the Facebook, whatever you would call that. I don't know, book talk, booktube, bookstagram, I don't know. Anyway, a guy named Joshua Poblano sent me a message saying, I don't know if you're interested, but check this thing out. And what he had ordered was a book called Ring from Barnes & Noble. And it ended up being signed or having a signed page or something like that in there. So I paid the $24.43 to order what I thought was the same edition, what I hope still is, and it is here. It is in the mailbox, and Barnes & Noble shipped it in a box that's pretty big, but there's no cushion in there, so I hear a book sliding around, and it is a soft cover, so that might help to avoid stuff from getting dinged up too much, but we never really know. And one of the big risks that I have when I order Barnes & Noble is what's my stuff going to look like when I get it in the mailbox. The packaging is very iffy, but here it is, and you can see inside there's a book that's unprotected. Let me see if I can take it out and show you what she looks like. So this is Ring by Koji Suzuki, translated by Robert B. Bromer and Glenn Wale. It's the Barnes & Noble exclusive, which includes special content. And you can see, if you've seen the movie, a theme on the stenciled or sprayed edges therein. Now, the edition that Joshua Poblano got in the mailbox had a signed page in it. And when I went to go look, there was nothing in there that indicated signed. However, there was a picture of what looked like a signature, and that's here in the back. Now, I don't know. There may be some debate on whether that's an actual signature or not. I feel like it's probably not, but it does say right here. That's why I feel like I'm probably wrong. Can you read that? Go ahead and read it. Go ahead. Go ahead and read it. So this is why maybe I'm wrong. Above, Ring Japanese first edition cover by Koji Suzuki. Flip side, author autograph. Now the way I understand the word autograph, it means it is signed. Signed, and it looks really cool the way it is written, using the characters, the Japanese characters, and then in English. So a cool little addition to the collection. A great cover. And I'm a sucker because I was born in the 70s. Did most of my growing up in the 80s. Finished percolating in the 90s. And now I'm actually maturing in the year 2025. I try, anyway. But I love it, the retro cover stuff. I'm a sucker for the 80s stuff. And you're going to show me a tape from the 80s, a movie, as we used to call them, go to the video store, long before Blockbuster. We'd go to Bushnell, Florida, Mr. Video, and then actually Brooksville, Florida, we'd go to Hollywood Video, which existed for a long time, actually. But before Blockbusters and things like that, we'd go rent these tapes. There were a couple options. One they called Beta, one they called VHS, and it didn't matter to me because there was almost no Beta anywhere. None of the video stores had it in my time in the 80s. You had to be careful, though, when you were getting blank tapes at the department stores. You know what those things are? Department stores before the Walmarts. The Kmart, the Zayre, the Ames, stuff I was going to. But you'd go to the department store and you wanted a tape, you had to make sure you got VHS. Beta was a little smaller. I think it had only one little wheelie window thing there. Get VHS because you could get messed up if you grabbed a Beta tape. It wouldn't work on most VCRs because almost everybody used real tapes, VHS. But I love the design, I love the look, I love the cover. I haven't read the book though, and it's been a long, long time since I watched the movie. A mysterious videotape warns that the viewer will die in 1 week unless a certain unspecified act is performed. Exactly 1 week after watching the tape, 4 teenagers die one after another of heart failure. Asakawa, a hardworking journalist, is intrigued by his niece's inexplicable death. His investigation leads him from a metropolitan Tokyo teeming with modern society's fears to a rural Japan, a mountain resort, a volcanic island, a countryside clinic haunted by the past. His attempt to solve the tape's mystery before it's too late for everyone assumes an increasingly deadly urgency. Ring is a chillingly told horror story, a masterfully suspenseful mystery, and a postmodern trip. So, seeing the look of it, the fact that everybody seemed to think it was a signed book, and I think it is too. I wonder why they don't mention that on the front, though. I had to go buy it. I had to order it and take a chance, take a shot, and get me a copy to read myself. And when I'm reading this book, this is what it will look like. A creamy-ish page, relatively small text, but it comes under a good recommendation by a couple of people that said it was very good. And I'm glad to have it. Glad to be able to read it. Glad to have it in the collection. Anyway, I can think of no more lies to tell. So thank you for your time. I do truly appreciate it. And c'est la vie, baby.